I feel like calmer. Yeah, I can definitely like turn further. Yeah, it's definitely less tense. I can move more, that's for sure. Looser. I feel like calmer. Like I feel like the pulsating of energy that lives in the back of my head is kind of like dissipated a little bit. So that's nice.
Great.
This actually too.
So I wanted to continue on with a little bit of the meditation that we've been working with for helping with sleep. So for today's meditation, let's just first get a nice comfortable seat. So in your comfortable spot, just let your body slowly rest into the couch, even feeling the couch hold you up, give you a little bit of support, and that support can let you sink in a little more. And as you're there, becoming aware of your breath. And noticing as you breathe in, the lungs may fill up and the body may also sink into the couch a little more. And just noticing your breath. And on each inhale, even noticing about where your shoulders are. On the inhale, that would even rise a little up more. Not forcing it up from the shoulders, the muscular, but having the breath fill it up a bit. And exhale, they can slide down the back. And as you're here, is there anything in particular in the body that's speaking up? Maybe a discomfort or a comfort, an ease or a dis-ease?
No, I'm actually pretty comfortable right now. So my shoulders are tight though, when you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you breathe in and had the breath sort of lift the front of the shoulders up, did that help the tension at all?
Oh yeah.
So we can even do something that's, we can create a little orbit. And so we're going to have the breath, as we breathe in, it's traveling up the front. You can see it traveling up the front of the sternum, right? Coming up into the neck. And on the exhale, it's going down the back of the neck, down the back of the spine. The inhale is coming up the front.
So yeah? Andy, I would say that like really this is with my insomnia, the thing that really in the middle of the night, it's not like my shoulders, but it's the back of my head. So it's like that's where the energy, so I can feel it now. It's like it won't shut off. It's like right here. So it's like a kind of ball of energy. Anyways, just so you know.
Let's play with that a little bit if you want.
Okay, cool. I'm in.
We'll do a little movement with it. So, just more or less staying where you are. Just let your head just start to go over to your right side. So you can try to keep the neck more or less aligned where it is. Almost like your nose was an eraser and you were erasing a line on a piece of paper. So just kind of turning over to your right side as much as is comfortable. And then come back to center. And let's go over to the other side. And just kind of also notice more or less how far you can go. Right, so come back to center. And we're going to do it again, but this time, instead of being, varsity track champion, getting there really quickly, let's see if we can go nice and slow. And as you move, noticing as well, is there tension anywhere? So you might start to get more tension in the back as you turn to the right, in the back of the right head. You might feel it more on the neck, in the front of the neck. You might feel it in your chest. You may not feel it at all, but just sort of starting to notice as you turn both ways, what are you noticing? And some of these questions are a little, until they make sense, they don't always make sense. So if we're not really aware of stuff, we may be like, I don't know what you're talking about. The more we inquire, the more we can start to notice things. So if you don't notice anything, that's totally fine.
Yeah. So I have a lot of tension in my neck, like not like right where like I feel like the heat is when I'm asleep or in the middle of the night, or a little bit right now, but like definitely here. And I feel like I can't turn my neck completely. Yeah. So then like here, you can only get like, I can get further, but I have to like really push. So yeah.
And when you turn to the right, there's no sensation on the left side. It's all more or less on the right side.
Yeah, it's all on the right side.
Cool.
When I turn to the left, I do feel a little bit more up here, like in my scalp area.
Okay. When you turn to the left, do you feel, does the right side feel tense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let me just think a little bit about it. It's all related. So what we're going to have you do, so it's on your right side, is take your left hand over your right ear. All right. So you can let your left ear come more or less to your left shoulder. Yep, more like that. I'm going to be mirroring you, so the opposite of what you see. And then let the arm relax. So we don't want to be holding everything tight, but finding a nice way where almost like the hand is just resting on the head, so the elbow could drop if it wasn't being held by the architecture of the body. Okay. And then you're going to slightly, very, very slightly, you're going to keep the left hand holding the right head ear area, but just meeting the resistance. You're not going to hold it down too much. You're going to meet the resistance as the right ear starts to lift up and out. So the right ear and the head is going to start to come to the wall very, very gently, not too hard. And the left hand is just kind of holding and meeting it there.
Oh yeah, I can feel that. Feels good.
Yeah. Very, very gentle.
Right.
It's right there, yeah. Just sort of very gentle, and then let it go, let it relax. Keep the hand there for a moment. And then again, same thing. Head's going to slightly go in, hand's going to slightly hold it. Very gentle. And now again, just turn over, looking over the right side. And noticing, has that changed at all?
Yeah, it's definitely less tense. There's still some in like near my spine, like near my neck, the spine near in my neck. But besides that, yeah, I can definitely like turn further.
Oh, that looked a lot easier on that side. Yeah, you're getting it.
Yeah. Took a minute, but
and then just turn your head up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still a little sore, like in my back on my right, but it definitely like helped loosen that up a little bit.
So the other thing we can do when we're here is coming forward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And what I'll recommend, just because you've already described me, I don't need to do too much prognosis. Take your fingers and just let them gently come to the back of your head. And so the hands are not going to be holding the head. They're just kind of almost resting there. And then I want you to have like your index finger just over that bump in the back of the head, the occiput. It's going to kind of be just kind of cradling that. So just on the lower side, but just there. And what you'll do is as you start to now, keeping the hands relaxed there but firm, as the head comes up, You're going to meet the head with the hands, okay? And those index fingers, they're just going to slightly press into that little area and help the top of the back of the head kind of go more up and out. So that back of the head as you come up wants to go back behind you, but because of that finger, you're just giving it a slight sort of deviation up. Does that make sense?
I think so.
And notice when you're here how your scapulas, your shoulder blades feeling. Are they clenching to help, or can they kind of let go a bit? They like to help a lot. They don't need to help a lot. And then let the hands come back down and the head come back up. And again, you can let the head kind of come down and back, and seeing, has that shifted anything at all?
I feel like calmer. Like I feel like the pulsating of energy that lives in the back of my head is kind of like dissipated a little bit. So that's nice.
Great. Yeah. There's a lot of
this actually too.
Yeah. There's a lot of reasons why the calmer and the dissipation happen, but just say, I trust it for now. But there's a lot related to our nervous system and our physiology and how it all connects, and our stress response, and all of that makes total sense. When you're saying that, it resonates. So I will sign it off for here, and then we'll have a call in like another week, and we'll see what's happening from there.
Awesome. Thanks, Andy. I feel calmer. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.